Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe. Hey, I had to do a lot of work today, so it's late again, which means we are going to do a random ranking in the style where I pick three movies that are next to one another at random, if that makes sense. I'm going to randomly pick an area, but the movies will be three next to each other. And then we're going to rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite. I'll rank them here in the video, and you can rank them in the comments below if you're interested. And then I will jump into those comments, and then we'll talk cinema. I always go to this, but I'm never on my computer. Always on my phone. So, let's get to picking some movies. I'm gonna pick, you know what, there is a section all the way over here I'm gonna try and get to. Okay, I just feel like I never pick movies from over here. 1, 2, 3. It's just sort of out of my reach, and I have to get up in order to get to it. And there's like ceramics back there, and I don't want to knock them over. Okay, because not only is this a movie shelf, it's a display shelf as well. I got things happening up here, things behind this set of movies, in between the other set, but we got to make sure I've seen these. So let's check that first. Seen it, seen it, seen it. Okay, let's start with this one here. Maximum Overdrive. Can you believe I paid $13 for this? What? That's very out of the ordinary for me. So what must have happened was I went to Disc Replay, which is where this was picked up, and I saw this and I was instantly hit with nostalgia because this is probably, my voice cracked a little bit there. I'm trying to peel off this sticker. I found if you wait 5 years, they become a little easier to peel off. So I'm guessing I saw this and got hit with a wave of nostalgia because I think this was the very first Stephen King film that I ever saw, and I liked it a lot as a kid. I thought it was great, and then, you know, grew up and saw that everybody hated the movie, and then I was kind of like, oh. So then I rewatched it, and I don't think I hated it, even on my rewatch. I know Stephen King doesn't like it. He directed it, but I don't know. I just didn't have a problem with it. You know what? This sticker's not coming off. I really thought I could get it off, but now I've just made an ugly sticker. So that's unfortunate. Maybe I need to wait a few more years before it's ready to come off. Or I just need to do it when I'm not talking to a camera. Alright, so let's kind of put that back together. But yeah, I kind of like it. The funny thing to me is, and I don't know why it's not featured here, maybe some licensing thing, but the semi on the front of it has Green Goblin's face. How did they do that? Like, why did they do that? Where did that come from? What does Marvel have to do with this? That's what I want to know. But as a kid, I loved this movie and showed it to my wife. I think we put it in our Halloween movie countdown, and I can't remember what she thought of it actually. Here's another one I loved as a kid. I felt so sophisticated as a kid for having seen this because it was a very grown-up movie. Just all the adults loved it, and I was just kind of like, look at me watching this movie that seems to be highly respected by adults. And look at that, Daniel Day-Lewis, one of our greatest actors. You know, people look to Brando forever, and now I think, you know, the young crowd maybe will look to him. Maybe not though. I think what is that called? That type of acting. I always know what it's called except for right now. Method acting seems to be not as well respected as it used to be. But the score, right? The score is so good. Some of the battles, really good. I really love this movie. Then we have The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise. He's having a moment right now. Everybody is in love with Top Gun Maverick. Here he is in The Last Samurai teaching former samurais. It's been a while, am I right? He's teaching former samurai Western styles of military combat, I think. But yeah, I remember I used to watch this quite a bit. I kind of used it as a just kind of a movie to go to sleep to, which is weird because I usually don't like war films because loud sounds will happen and then I'll be like, huh, what? But yeah, I like all of these. Look at these colors that we're looking at here. This one veers off a little bit, but not too much. Look at that. It almost looks like, based on color, it's like this should be the ranking, right? Maybe something like that. But how am I going to rank this? I think I'm going to go with Last of the Mohicans. Nope. Last of the Mohicans, number 1. And then probably I'm going to hit it with nostalgia right here. And I know people think this movie's awful, but when you watch something as a kid and you like it, no matter what sort of criticisms you may find, I feel like a lot of times you will, I don't know, nostalgia will win out. That's not always the case. I don't know. Like Willow. I remember I loved Willow as a kid. I watched it in college and I was like, yikes, I don't think this movie is as good as I thought. It's for babies. It's for little children. But, you know, there's still that nostalgia attached to it. But here we go. I think this is what I'm going to do. I love when that bread knife comes to life, or that, was it a bread knife? I think it was a bread knife, or maybe it was just like a, you know, carving knife or whatever comes to life. I remember that as a kid, like that stuck with me. That really stuck with me. And then when they were giving them all fuel, it was like all the cars were like, I'm angry. And it's like, we got to feed them gas. I don't know. I thought it was really clever as a kid, but I think people hate it. But I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and say I like it. So this is my ranking. Last of the Mohicans, followed by Maximum Overdrive, and then The Last Samurai. Last Samurai is good. To me, there's not a bad movie in this bunch. That's probably a hot take, because I know a lot of people do not like Maximum Overdrive, but I know Stephen King was on a lot of cocaine when he was making this movie, and I don't know, I think it made something interesting. Music by AC/DC. Yeah. Oh, I lost my ranking. Okay, so one more time. This is the ranking. No, it's not. This is the ranking. Last of the Mohicans, Maximum Overdrive, and The Last Samurai. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.